Howdy folks, Spencer here, and today I want to go over the latest batch of news for STO on both PC and console. As always, chapters are listed down below. First up, for those of you over on console, the update earlier this week brought with it the Both Worlds season and the start of the 14th anniversary event. So for the Both Worlds update, that is a new story mission, Scorpion's Abyss, and that is a longer episode, so make sure you have like an hour set aside when you're going through and playing that. There's the Battle of Wolf 359 TFO, which can be done in about 10 minutes with a decent team. There's the Elite Random TFO system, which is not currently working. And then there is a brand new lockbox, The Last Generation, which is based on Season 3 of Star Trek Picard. Now, for this lockbox, I've talked about this before, but I really think that you should not open this lockbox. There's a few odds and ends in it that are nice to have, but you can pick those up fairly cheap on the player exchange. So I would just avoid opening this, and if you absolutely have to open some lockboxes to get some Lobi or whatever, then just stick to Infinity. You're going to have much better results with Infinity. And for the 14th anniversary event, it is also referred to here as the King and Collective event. And this is where you're going to be able to go in and pick up the Alliance Rex Pilot Escort, which is a pretty decent ship. It's also got a nice accessory suite. And in order to get this ship for free, you have to participate for 20 of the 30 or so days that the anniversary event is up. So that started about 3 days ago. So you need to start on the 14th anniversary event over there probably by the middle of next week if you want to go in and pick the ship up entirely for free. And if you want to go in and pick up your daily progression each day, I would highly recommend doing the Battle of Wolf 359 TFO. With a good team, you can get through that in about 10 minutes, so that's going to be your quickest way to get your 2 points for the daily progression. So do that for 20 days in a row, and you'll have a very nice ship on account-wide unlock. And for those of you over on console, the update Tuesday was meant to have the Elite Random system with it, but it is not currently there. That is a bug. Cryptic has looked into it, and they announced on Twitter on the 13th that it's going to be pushed out fully on the next console update. So if you were having a hard time finding the Elite Random system, that wasn't just you. That was an error on their part and will be resolved with the next patch. In the meantime, just be aware that with the issues going on with this, that sometimes when you queue up for a normal random TFO, apparently it'll randomly dump you into an elite one. So a few little issues with it, but they should all be sorted out with the next patch. And for those of you over on console, the final anniversary giveaway for the 100% off T6 coupon ended a bit early, and Cryptic did tweet out yesterday that that was an error and that they have put it back into the promotions tab of the C-Store, and it will remain there for you to claim up through March 21st at noon Pacific time. So if you missed out on picking up the T6 coupon, then make sure to go in and pick it up, and make sure to spread word around that it is in the promotions tab of the Zen store. And remember, that is a T6 coupon that you can use on the upcoming 14th anniversary bundle ships, which will be available on console on March 28th. And for those of you on console, it looks like there is a bug also that has popped up since the update that prevents you from being able to delete bridge officers. So if you're running into that issue, just be aware that it's not just you. It seems to be impacting quite a few people. And the last thing here for console today is the patch notes you guys had for Tuesday. So most of this is just talking about the things I just mentioned, the anniversary event, the new content and all that. There was, of course, a few little typos here or there. There's a point in the blog that references it being the 13th anniversary event instead of the 14th, and the wrong anniversary ship is listed here. So wouldn't be a STO blog without some typos of some sort. So again, the random elite system was meant to be added with this patch, but it is not working. And the other stuff here that's really important for you guys is that the camera issues you guys have been dealing with for the past couple of months should have been fixed with the Tuesday patch. So if you're still running into issues, let me know down below. Let's make sure to get that reported if you're still having issues, so that they know that there's still some work that needs to be done there. And the other thing that they resolved here is an issue that caused captains to get a map transfer failed message when attempting to join task force operations that require 10 or more captains. This happens to us all the time on PC, even in 5-player TFOs. We find too that if you swap ships and then queue up for something, it will spam you with the map transfer failed message. What we've been able to do on PC to get around this is just to change maps, and that will typically load you right into the TFO. Or on PC, we would spam the U key to bring up our ship window. I don't know if that would work over there, but I think the safe route to go if you encounter this issue is to just swap maps, and it should pop you into your TFO. And heading over to the PC side of things, we have a brand new lockbox ship, the Orion Devar. And if you want to learn more about this ship, I did a video going over the stats of it, which I'll have linked down below. Next up, we have a Key, Lobi, Dilithium, and Vanity Shield sale going on. So the Key and Lobi sale is happening right now because of the new lockbox ship, the Devar there. And this is going to be running from March 14th up through March 18th. This is 15% off on Master Keys, 20% off on everything in the Lobi store. And for the Dilithium sale, this is going to be running for the exact same time period from the 14th up through the 18th. And this is 20% off everything in the Dilithium store. And that also includes any ships from the ship vendor that cost Dilithium to obtain. And on top of that, we also have a return of the Vanity Shields in the Dilithium store for a limited time. This is the same selection of Vanity Shields we've seen now for the past couple of years. It would be nice to see this list updated to include some of the newer Vanity Shields that have been put into the game, but if you've been wanting to go out and pick up like a Bowel Vanity Shield or a Section 31 one that you can toss in your account bank and move between characters, then this Vanity Shield sale is something you'll probably want to take advantage of. And to go in and access the Vanity Shields here in the Dil store, simply go to the Dilithium store window, and you'll see this Vanity Shields tab here. And if you're curious about what these Dilithium Vanity Shields look like, I have a video going over the visuals, which I'll have linked down below. And for those of you that have been waiting for a bundle sale to pop up, we should be seeing one pop up around March 21st if the schedule holds similar to what they did last year. Again, this isn't guaranteed, they haven't announced it yet, but if you look at the events so far in 2024 compared to what they were in 2023, things have been matching up quite closely, so do not be surprised if you see a 35% bundle sale pop up next week, along with a 50% Muds bundle sale and a return of all of the older Muds bundles to the store for a brief time. And if you're looking to pick up some Zen, in the case you do want to pick up a bundle and you happen to have an Epic linked account, Epic does not have a Zen sale active right now, but they do have a higher cash back percentage up right now due to the spring sale that they have going on. So if you're looking to pick up some Zen and you happen to have an Epic linked account, that may be a route you may want to consider. And of course, if you go down that route, I would greatly appreciate it if you use code CasualSAB at checkout. That greatly helps me out. Next up, for those of us on PC, there's an Admiralty bonus week running, and this started up on March 14th and is going to be running up through March 21st. We're not getting months right now. Terrible. Next up, for those of us on PC, the second part of the year-long event campaign is now up. This is the Tholian Event, and it is going to be running up through April 4th. So if you're looking to get some event campaign progress and pick up what apparently isn't that bad of a kit module, then make sure to hop in game and do either an Azure Nebula Rescue or Vault Ensnared every day on PC up through April 4th, and you'll get 50 event campaign progress every single day. The event specifically only needs 14 days of participation, but remember, you can continue to play after that 14 days for the rest of the duration of the event to earn some bonus Dilithium and that extra 50 event campaign progress each day, which is how you can get through the event campaign a bit faster than just doing the 700 per event. And heading over to the PC patch notes here, we have a couple of fixes. The first is that they resolved an issue sometimes preventing some bridge officer traits from consistently applying to captains. They didn't fix it, at least not fully. They did fix it with Watcher bridge officers and most of the embassy superior Romulan operatives, but if you're on a Romulan captain using Romulan faction SROs or Reman infiltrators, then you're still going to be experiencing some issues here. So They are clearly trying to resolve the issue, and I have heard from Cryan that they are still looking into it, and they're working on getting the rest of the bridge officers fixed. So not going to be too negative, on this here. It's frustrating for sure, but it is good to know that they're looking into it and are trying to get it resolved ASAP. So hopefully we see those fixed next week. Next up, they resolve some issues with the Iwani's Fleet Power Network Array console. The first is about it overriding Cannon Scatter Volley and Torp Spread. So with the patch here, they did indeed fix it, so it does no longer overwrite Cannon Scatter Volley. I have heard some people say that it's still overriding Torp Spread, but I haven't really seen that too much myself yet. But the important thing is that for CSV builds, it is not overriding your Cannon Scatter Volley and giving you a rapid fire one anymore. So that's a good fix there. And there is a visual issue here with this that will make you think that it might still be broken. When you're looking at your weapons, you'll see that your CSV is replaced by a rapid fire on the tooltip, but in practice, it doesn't appear to actually be giving you that rapid fire. So visually, it may still look broken, but actual performance-wise with CSV, it seems to be fully functional now. They updated the tooltip to clarify that the haste is just for energy weapons and that the random torp mode is a high yield. And they also addressed an issue where the console was not giving the correct EPG skill bonus. So overall, good fixes for the Iwani console. And for many of you that were taking it off because it was overriding firing modes, I think you're safe to put it back on. Again, some people are still having issues with torp spread, but I didn't really notice much of an issue in actual gameplay. Next up, they fixed some interactions with the flagship staffing starship trait so that more abilities can activate it. However, they did not fix the issue with flagship staffing in that it resets all cooldowns upon activation. Nor was there anything in the patch notes here about the Pavo set. The Pavo console does not give a proton buff, and the Pavo 3 piece, as soon as it's on your build, will give you a 50% cooldown reduction to everything on your build. So those two issues are still unresolved. The Type 7 shuttlecraft off of the Iwani, those were fixed though, so the advanced elite versions do give you the correct rank of attack pattern beta now, and that means that the elite version of these pets give beta 3. So that's a lot of debuff that these things are tossing out, and I'll talk about them more in a future video, but these pets, that they are quite disruptive to the meta, because any ship that doesn't have a hangar bay to slot these things is worth quite a bit less now in the meta that these things are creating. And the last thing here is they resolved an issue with the Admiralty card for the Princeton. As a result, its science stat is reduced by 1. So very, very minor change there. And Joe and Stowe has a nice breakdown here, just to recap what was fixed and not fixed with the patch. Again, the Iwani stuff, the torp spread might still be overwritten, but the cannon scatter volley is not. But there is a visual issue in that it looks like it is on the tooltip. You'll see that your weapons say like rapid fire instead of CSV, but again, like I was seeing in these parses, it didn't actually appear to be overriding my cannon scatter volley. And lastly, a final reminder that there's a T6 coupon up for grabs for PC players over on the Builds Discord. I'll have this linked in the pinned comment down below, but just join the Builds Discord, go to the giveaways channel, and hit this blue button at the bottom of that post, and you'll be entered to win. Again, thank you to Bridger for donating that coupon, and that giveaway ends on Saturday, March 16th at 2 p.m. Central Time. And that's going to be it for today. As always, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. See you guys around.